This should be interesting. So, what we're doing today is we are actually going to be experimenting with a card from Galakrond's Awakening that is not necessarily so great, but should be interesting. So, WAXMANCY is a rogue spell for 2 mana that is to discover a Battlecry minion and reduce its cost by 2. And this is a card that hasn't really seen much play. I do want to experiment with it, see if we can make it work, and I have a couple decks we're going to try out today. So the first deck is just a simple quest rogue. We do have Test Greymane as the reward there at the end, and the awesome new card Sky General Crag, which has been an amazing card, especially in yesterday's stream. But we're actually going to play several games with this deck, and then because WAXMANCY is a Discover card, I wanted to try building a still Quest Rogue, but using Dwarven Archaeologist, another card that barely sees any play, and see if we can use her, because there are a couple quest related cards, for example Hinge Clan Burglar, that get discovers, including Zephyrus. Well, it says Wish, but I do believe it's a Discover card. And so this is a Highlander deck, so we've got Zephyrus and we've got Dragon Queen Alexstrasza in here, and quite a few other cards, including, because this is a Highlander deck and we can play around with the list a little bit more, wanted to go ahead and include the other Wax cards. So we've got Wax of Dread and Candlebreath in here. And of course, because of Candlebreath, we need cards like Nightmare Amalgam to slightly increase our chances of getting a reduced cost on our Candlebreath. And of course, we've got Dragon Queen Alexstrasza as well. So we have a couple triggers for that. And I mean, Candlebreath is not terrible at 6 mana. We hope we can get it for just 3. But we've got that going on. And then the third deck we're going to try out is still going with the full Wax package. But we decided, because Wax of Dread shuffles cards into the deck, then we could use the other card that doesn't see much play. We got rid of Dwarven Archaeologist in this list, so it's not absolutely terrible. But using Stowaway, we've got an ability to draw out cards from our deck. And with Stowaway in the deck, we wanted to go ahead and include Portal Keeper as a way to benefit from Stowaway's effect, because you get the Demon with Rush, and then you still draw another card. So if you hit those, then it's really beneficial, and you can actually get main primary cards from your deck. And we can also even use Lab Recruiter to get extra copies of Wax of Dread and just overwhelm our opponent at the end. Now, will it go that well, especially in such an aggressive meta? We'll see. But Quest Rogue is proving to be decently fun and successful. I think that's a 66%. 2 out of 3 games. Yeah. We did get dominated by the last mage we played. Dragon's Horde is great. Licensed Adventurer is pretty good. Actually, turn 1, turn 2, we could, with the coin that we already have and the new coin, turn 3. We'll hold on to it. I mean, unless they counterspell when we've still got the coin in hand, which would be weird. Not that I think we can coin Dragon's Horde with Underbelly Fence next turn if we need to. But with just a ping, I don't feel pressured enough. So, hey, WAXMANCY.
You can count on me. I'm certified.
Alright. So do we continue with the plan of Bazaar Mugger on turn 3? We don't have much expensive in hand at the moment. Alright, Arcane Breath was a very good follow-up for him. Okay. Taking his time. He's definitely got a dragon in hand, because he discovered something. Honestly, for how slow our opponent's going, Dragon's Horde into Underbelly Fence is probably sufficient. Halazi, once more? Sir Finley's never active. Chameleos could be interesting, give us some information, but probably not. So, sure, Halazi, round 2.
How much is this worth to you?
Frostbolt is insufficient to deal with this, and if you want to waste a fireball on this, I'll be happy to accept it. Let's complete the quest.
Bow to the fang and claw.
I'll take that.
Okay. And we have very good immediate responses to things. So we got, well, we have 5 more Lynxes available. That's mildly annoying.
Here we go.
So this becomes a 3 mana. How likely are they to unload their hand?
Many options. I'll choose soon.
We can go wide for 2 mana,
My magic
or go tall and
tears
Tante
you
for
apart.
3. Still don't have a full grasp on what our opponent is, but probably some kind of weird combo. No? Space Worm. That's a fun name. I mean, Highlander probably. And just escape Mana Saber is not terrible. I don't know. So he's got 6 cards. So this becomes a 3/6 for 3.
Here we go.
Using a bunch of my Lynxes. Quite nicely, though. Alright. He's likely going to play out more cards from his hand, and I don't feel the need for a taunt yet. Okay, hero power almost certainly for half of it. Or to finish it off, rather. The anti-synergy with Witchwood Grizzly and Spirit of the Shark is, yeah, terrible. But Spirit of the Shark plus Bizarre Mugger and Spirit of the Shark plus Faceless Lackey are not bad. We don't have enough mana for this. Hero power, always happening.
We go.
Witchwood Grizzly's okay. And then we'll go ahead and finish with another WAXMANCY. I probably should have done this first. We do have Shadow Steps too. Alright. 4 mana Flick Skyshiv to deal with the Calicos or something. Fortunately, he hasn't played Luna's Pocket Galaxy yet, so everything's still full cost. It is a Highlander. Hello! How you doing? Ritzmitz, that's fun. That's a cool emote. She's not amazing anymore, but WAXMANCY is proving pretty decent. I'm gonna hold on to Flick for a little bit though.
So many.
Hero power that, and I think Clever Disguise looks good. One attack minions. I have none. Yeah, no. Oh wait, Evil Miscreant. Ooh. Okay. Equality is anti-synergy with this, by the way. And also hurts Tess. Okay. I'm okay with this. And yes, why not? Actually, the why not is Frost Nova Doomsayer. Though I don't know that we'd have a good response. Well, yeah, because we could flick it. The Doomsayer. If he's got Blizzard, it clears. Spaces. But it doesn't look like that's what he's going for. Wow. That was discovered. Okay, I was like, surely he doesn't run Icicle. We do have backstabs in the deck as well. Though actually just our hero power keeps it from getting value. So we're having hand space challenges. And we've got a bunch of small minions. But, well yeah, we're using this. So not Shark and Bazaar.
Here we go.
Okay, so he doesn't get healing from the back end of that.
Of course it's the right way.
I know we get punished again, like I said last turn. Well, okay, worst case scenario, he does Frost Nova and Doomsayer, then we just equality and kill with the dagger. Unless he freezes our face too, which is unlikely. The 2 damage to everything? God, Gamer. No, but it's going well. Even though we're up against a Highlander deck, and he's already played Zephyrus. Which, honestly, what was his Zephyrus card? Okay. I'm not scared of 6 damage, so... And there's no way to remove it anyways. Shoot! I don't think Rogue Hero Power counts for Jan'alai, because that would have been awesome. We don't have any rush minions. Nah. It summons a rush minion, so no. We don't have any secrets either, so really it's just whatever we want to play. Which means a 3 mana 4/3 is okay.
Here we go.
Okay. So he probably kills the shark here. Unless he's underestimating the danger shark possesses. We've only got 7, 10 damage showing. Yeah. Okay, Flick is excellent for dealing with that. And now we have the space for Flick. And so we're gonna Flick and follow it up with maybe Bazaar Mugger. Alright, well, anyways. This is awesome. from WAXMANCY, mind you, so that might be part of what wins us the game. We'll see. Again, going full board, but he's already used a Frost Nova. We could go ahead and just clear this, but we're better off setting up an easier lethal next turn. And I'm not, again, he's showing 9, 11, 12 with hero power, and we're at 28. There's no such thing as ice block. Vaporize. Armor would be the worst. Ice barrier would be the worst for us. That trade makes me think it is. Never mind. I was gonna say a very likely. Shoot, he managed to full clear. Flame ward. We can equality double rush on these. We're gonna hit face first, see what he got. Not ice barrier. So he's potentially dead next turn. Yeah, sure. Now that we're not likely relying on tests, this is fine. And stats wise, actually I think rather than Sky General, we're better off with these. And if he does play a taunt in the way, Sky General can help. Okay, rarely is that sufficient to save him. Rarely is that sufficient to save him. Okay. Now that's annoying. That could help him. That doesn't help him. That's not enough. Okay, he's dead. We got him! Alright. No ice block in standard. Alright. So WAXMANCY was clutch in that game, and we got another win. So we're actually doing really well with this deck. That being said, I am kind of curious to try out the other versions of the deck. Final version, version 3. And I mean, it's Stowaway WAXMANCY quest and with Wax Dread. So, I mean, yes, it's an amazing deck, but well, if it's not a combo priest, we actually have a decent chance of going long and getting lots of value. Now, our lots of value is not necessarily there. Great turn 2, great turn 3. Is he going to play the quest? Is he going to try and bait it out some damage first? Nope. I mean, he plays the quest, but he doesn't bait out the damage. Do we have... Okay. Ooh. Plague of Death deals with our Wax Dread value, though. I was going to say, we could flood the board with Wax Dreads, considering the amount of time we have.
Of course it's the right way.
And we no longer have Lab Recruiter, so duplicating that. We don't have duplication mechanics anymore either. So we're counting on value and pressure from our generated cards. Friendly menu. Okay. So we probably want about 10 damage on board before we punch his face. The fact that he coined that out means he's not going to Mass Hysteria next turn. I don't really want to use a backstab on that. I hate the fact that it's going to go into his res pool.
How much is this worth to you? I'll take that.
But okay. And now if he has Circle of Healing, he's actually going to be able to get 4 progress towards his quest. But he's probably focused more on... If he's got the perfect play, he's got... That's fine. I was going to say the guy that reses him with Reborn. Okay, since he just played a Silence... Let's go for it. Charge! Maybe slightly early for it, but he did just play Mass Dispel. Mass Hysteria could come down, and there's a lot of times we have 1 minion left. Aww. But okay. So stow away. We'll bring him back. Well, Insomni gets a Pharaoh Cat. High Priest Amet. Kind of interesting, actually. Alright, yeah.
Sneaking on board was a bad idea. I'll take that. Here we go.
Let's go. I mean, I gotta pressure him. We've got good ways to remove things from his board. Or taunts in the way, so if he does play the 5 mana kill one of my minions, we're gonna want to drop maybe Ziliax. We can complete the quest next turn. And Ziliax. And Vendetta and Backstab. So we can play 4 cards next turn if we need to / want to. Okay. Second penance, so no more of those. We're showing 13. Okay. Let's go. Super aggro. Alright. He's got 5 health. Can we punch him out? We have not played WAXMANCY, but if he just kills Waxadread and doesn't put a taunt in the way... Okay, that feels pretty good. Didn't get to WAXMANCY, but had that game gone long, we would have been outvalued. Like, he didn't get a great draw, but yeah. Good times. So, the best version of today's decks were actually the initial one, and I believe we got some pretty fun, interesting games out of that. Highlander was just a little bit too weak, and of course, actually Candle Breath was kind of a champ in this deck, and pretty interesting, but really not powerful, but fun games with that. And then this, I think, could be tweaked a little bit more, but Stowaway is questionable. I kind of want to drop the Portal Keepers and duplicate the Waxadread. But anyways, yeah. And we might even throw Tess in there for a long game, because we didn't really have a powerful long game in that one. But this is definitely the one I'd recommend if you're looking to try WAXMANCY. It's not too different from your average Quest Rogue, but then again, Quest Rogue isn't really your normal deck anyways. But thank you guys for joining. May you have a wonderful week. We will be back with more fun, interesting decks next week.